You just put your hands behind your back, just like we asked.
Let's get this off.
It's simple.
This 66-year-old dementia patient loves to go shopping at Walmart with his wife. But on this occasion, he got separated from his wife and then absolutely mistreated in a disgusting manner by the employees at Walmart.
Store policy. You say that word.
Then the Walmart employees got their buddy cops involved. It went downhill very quickly from there.
He hasn't stolen anything, but he did walk in the back behind the customer service desk and grab these off the shelf.
Sounds like enough for shoplifting for me.
But his attorney claims his client was confused.
There's no effort to leave Walmart. There's no stealing of beer. He's following all of the directions of loss prevention.
And after seeing the surveillance video, he's now calling for the arresting officer to be charged.
Throw him to the ground, watch while he's down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
The cops then wrongfully arrest him. They slam him onto the ground and they beat him, one cop punching him 6 times.
You're under arrest.
That's why I said no.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not taking these off of you until you get into outside the jail. It hurts
Do you
my
want
hand.
me to put you in there, or do you want to get in there yourself?
Meanwhile, his wife is shopping in the store and has no idea.
They had asked for his license, and he knows what the license is for, but he doesn't know that's a license. You know, he knows he got that to drive. That's probably about all he knows.
Even though the cops later realized this guy was an innocent dementia patient, they and prosecutors tried to convict this innocent man and cover up their misconduct. But fortunately, this guy's lawyer discovered the truth, and now he's putting it out there. He provided me with all the evidence showing that they lied, and you can help by sharing this footage far and wide, because it's not over yet. Rarely do I have the luxury of taking time off for lunch, and when I do, I just don't want to because there's so much to get done. That's why I love Factor, the sponsor of today's video. Factor delivers chef-crafted meals right to your door, no prep, no mess, just heat and eat. With Factor meals, I just grab them out of the office fridge, I poke a couple of holes in the plastic, and I just put it in the microwave for 2 minutes. Boom, done. I have a healthy and delicious lunch, and then I can get back to doing what I was doing. From keto to vegan, Factor has your dietary needs covered, and it's flexible. You can change your order up every week with plans from 4 to 18 meals per week, or just pause or reschedule your deliveries anytime. So you get great food ready in just 2 minutes, and why spend hours in the kitchen when you can just spend minutes and still get delicious food? Factor meals are freedom, the freedom to have your time back to do whatever you want. My friends and family use my code because they love the food. But you can use it too. Use my link to get 50% off and free shipping from your first Factor box. You can click the link in the description or just use your phone to scan this QR code. Now let's get back to the video. Welcome back to the channel. If you've followed for very long, you've seen that I've done quite a few videos that take place in Walmarts across the country. This particular incident occurred at a Walmart in Danville, Kentucky, which is not far from Lexington, Kentucky. Basically, it's a nice area. But whether nice area or not so nice area, the common theme from my Walmart videos is that though cops have to protect and serve on their police cruisers, when Walmart calls them, they will do whatever Walmart says. They will get your ID to trespass you, even if Walmart does not want you trespassed. You have this completely innocent 66-year-old man who is a dementia patient. With his particular condition, he likes to do the same things every day. One of those things is go to Walmart. Then at night, he gets to drink a few beers in his man cave. He likes to repeat the same things over and over and over again, and it's good for his dementia treatment. So he likes going to Walmart. He gets his own cart. He's got his own credit card, and he has an ID, but the doctors don't let him drive anymore, but he still has the ID in his wallet. On this particular day, his wife encountered some friends from church, and she apparently likes to talk. And as she's talking, her husband gets away from her, and he grabs a few things, and he decides that he's going to check out, which he has done before, I believe, because he does have his own credit card. So he goes to check out, and he has beer. Well, they go to card him, and that's when he doesn't understand basically what they're asking him for.
They had asked for his license, and he knows what the license is for, but he doesn't know That's a license. You know, he knows he got that to drive. That's probably about all he knows.
And he's unable to pay for the beer. He doesn't quite understand what's going on, but the cashier takes the beer and takes the whole sale over to the customer service area. All the rest of his groceries are already bagged up. She leaves him in his cart there. She takes the beer and she puts it back behind the wall. Not quite understanding because she clearly didn't explain it to him. He walks over and grabs his beer again, and he continues to try to pay for it and finish the transaction. That's when a Walmart asset protection person who would not appear to somebody with dementia to be related to Walmart in any way stops him and then starts guiding him through the store. You can see on the surveillance footage that he's trying his best to do what this random guy is telling him to do. First, he tries to go to the left because that's where they usually check out, and that's where he would go to meet his wife. The asset guy tells him to go to the right. So he follows the guy's instructions and he goes to the right. Then the asset protection guy gets the cops involved.
Are either one of y'all able to help the AP guy real quick?
Yeah. You got a shoplifter?
Yeah, I'm going to walk out some beer.
Wonderful.
Now, why were the cops there? The reason that the cops were there is they were already there. They were called to a medical emergency. This lady was having a diabetic incident.
148.
Just moaning and groaning. I can't get her to say anything to me.
Hey, have you taken anything? Are you on any type of medicine? Huh? I need you to talk to me so we can figure out what's going on. Hello? Can you talk to me? Are you on any type of medicine that you're supposed to be taking? All she's doing is
Go ahead with it.
and moaning and groaning. All she's doing is moaning.
So there was no 911 call. The cops did not arrive for this incident. They were just standing around.
You guys must not be very busy right now.
Well, we've got an overlap right now too. So,
Oh, really?
Yeah, our second shift just came in. We come in at 2. So we've got a surplus of officers right now.
The asset protection guy who's wearing the plaid shirt, clearly he's doing everything he can to hang out with these cops. So he gets them involved, unfortunately, in his dealings with the clearly confused Mr. Hardwick.
So they refused him sale on the beer, and he walked behind the service desk and grabbed it after they already put it back there and was just going to walk out with it again. And now he's not listening to me. He keeps trying to grab it. I don't know the reason behind why she didn't sell it to him. So I was trying to figure it out, but he wouldn't listen. So
Okay.
if you don't care, we can walk up here and try and talk to them, figure out what the deal is.
Let's go up here.
You didn't pay
No,
for it. They
go up
refused
there.
sale. We're going to go try and figure out what the deal is, okay?
She wouldn't open up.
She told you she wouldn't sell it to you. That's why I'm trying to figure out why she wouldn't.
So let's go up here.
There.
I'm with the Danville Police Department. We're going to go up here.
Come on.
He's passed all points of sale.
He hasn't passed any yet. He hasn't stolen anything, but he did walk in the back behind the customer service desk and grab these off the shelf. And he keeps
Sounds like enough for
grab it.
shoplifting for me. So you can either go up here, we can figure it out, or I can take you to jail. Choice is yours.
Put that on here. Let me go try it up.
No, you're not buying beer.
I'll carry it up here for you.
What is
and
the
we need to
problem
talk to
here?
them.
The fact that she refused you sale and you went and grabbed it anyway and we're going to walk out the doors with it. That's the issue.
I'm going to go talk to her, and I tried to figure it out for you, but you won't listen. Come on.
According to a statement that was later released by Chief Anthony Gray of the Danville Police Department, he wrote, Danville police officers were requested to assist Walmart loss prevention with an uncooperative and intoxicated shoplifter who had become agitated when Walmart refused to let him purchase 2 cases of alcohol and other merchandise. After a store employee placed the alcohol behind a register, the suspect walked behind the register and took possession of the unpaid alcohol and merchandise and attempted to leave the store. As Mr. Hardwick's attorney explained to the news media, both the surveillance footage and the body cam footage that was later released showed all of that to be a lie.
According to a citation, officers were flagged down by Walmart staff for Hardwick being under the influence and trying to steal beer, while having the odor of an alcoholic beverage coming from him. The citation also reads, Hardwick grabbed 2 cases of beer and then tried to leave the store.
You've seen this. There's no stealing of beer. He's not under the influence. There's no effort to leave Walmart. There's no effort to run with this. And he's following all of the directions of loss prevention. He's not throwing his arms up in the air. He's not causing a scene.
Despite the fact that the ignorant police officer says, sounds like shoplifting to me.
He sounds like enough for shoplifting for me. So you can either go up here and we can figure out, or I can take you to jail. Choice is yours.
Put that on here, let me go.
Actually, the Kentucky shoplifting statute, 514.030, theft by unlawful taking or disposition, requires that a person unlawfully takes or exercises control over movable property of another with intent to deprive him or her thereof. The Walmart loss prevention officer admits that he had not passed any point of sale. In fact, he was only standing where he was because he was following the instructions of the loss prevention officer. He never attempted to leave the store.
He's passed all points of sale.
He hasn't passed any yet. He hasn't stolen anything.
There's no evidence that he committed the crime of shoplifting or any other crime. But that didn't stop this gang of police officers from teaming up with these bullies at Walmart and doing what they did to Mr. Hardwick.
If you'll open us another CAD reference of shoplifter.
Hello.
Hey, store policy. You
So
say
was
that
it.
word.
Is
Non-compos you know what I mean? He can't really.
Impaired.
Yes, he's impaired.
Okay.
There you go.
And their training is.
And you all didn't feel comfortable selling it to him?
I did not.
Yes.
Then he
That's
walked
a
back
legal
here.
right to.
Where was it? It was it like a cart or something? I'm
No,
assuming?
it was here.
Yeah.
She brought it
So
back
he
here.
walked back here, and I walked out of the
Hook
cash
him.
office.
He needs to go. Yeah.
He came and grabbed me from the cash office, and he was walking from back here with it.
It doesn't appear there was any allegation or suggestion that this man was intoxicated until we have this medical expert cashier at Walmart provide her opinion that he was intoxicated. Despite the fact that these cops subsequently charged Mr. Hardwick with being intoxicated in public, he was taken to the hospital after all of this. His medical records indicate that there was no alcohol in his system at all, but rather that he was confused given the fact that he has dementia. And his wife can attest to the fact that he had not drank any alcohol. The body cam footage and the surveillance camera footage does not show anything consistent with this man being intoxicated or acting in an agitated manner whatsoever. He's actually very polite, calm, and slow moving throughout the entire ordeal. And even if he were intoxicated, we can look at the Kentucky statute criminalizing public intoxication. Here's what it says. 222.202 offenses of alcohol intoxication or drinking alcoholic beverages in a public place. A person is guilty of alcohol intoxication when he appears in a public place manifestly under the influence of alcohol to the degree that he may endanger himself or other persons or property or unreasonably annoy persons in his vicinity. Again, there's no evidence, even had he been intoxicated, that he committed that crime whatsoever. And the crazy thing is, even though they subsequently charged him with this statute, they never bothered to give him a breath alcohol test or even attempt to. They never bothered to get his blood alcohol content from the hospital afterwards. So they charged him with it, but they gathered no evidence that he was actually intoxicated because it didn't exist. But for some reason, these cops at this point decide that they are going to arrest him and do it in a very violent way, which is just sad in the context of a dementia patient. And it was only a couple videos ago, also in Kentucky, that there was another dementia patient with Alzheimer's being violently arrested. This seems to be a recurring and systemic problem.
Yeah.
He came and grabbed me from the cash office, and he was walking from back here with it. And then he wouldn't listen to a word that I was
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Look down.
Come on. Go to the ground. Go to the ground. Go to the ground.
Oh, God damn.
Put your hands behind your back. Do it now or you're going to get tased.
God damn it, behind you. Oh,
There.
please quit.
I got him.
No, God damn it hurts my hand. It hurts. No, God damn it's my leg. Please quit, God damn it. Oh, God damn. Oh.
You good? Yep. Ready?
Oh, please. Oh, God damn. What are you doing?
Why did the officers do that? Well, perhaps it's because their boss, the chief of police there at the Danville Police Department, supports this sort of thing. According to his press release, he said after being asked to place his hands behind his back, the suspect tensed up and refused to comply, and a short struggle ensued where the suspect was taken to the ground. An officer used strikes to the suspect's shoulder to gain suspect compliance, and the suspect was taken into custody. But as Mr. Hardwick's attorney explains, the video tells an entirely different statement. In fact, it says these officers used excessive force on this defenseless, helpless man.
As you can see, an officer reaches for his handcuffs to try to arrest Hardwick, but that's when things escalate.
He doesn't understand what's going on. Slam his face into the register. Attempt at a chokehold. Throw him to the ground, watch while he's down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Danville police also stressed that John refused to be handcuffed and they had to force him to the ground.
He's leg whipped to the ground. There was an attempt at a chokehold. The officer used strikes to the suspect's shoulder to gain the suspect's compliance. I guess Chief Gray believes striking a 66-year-old man on the ground is appropriate.
They are supposed to be protectors of us, we the people.
You're under arrest.
Putting him out the door.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, go with him. They felt that he was impaired, so they refused the cell. They took it behind the wall and set it on the ground behind the wall. And he walked back there and grabbed it. So shoplifting, DOC, resisting, whatever you need. So.
You're good.
Sorry about that.
As long as you don't hit the ground.
That's why I said no.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, just not understand. Did he pay for any of that stuff in there? Did he pay for it already? No. Hey, Kathy. Purchase any of that?
So he did.
He apparently said it paid for this. So.
Okay.
But the abuse had really only just begun. They put handcuffs on him and they double locked him and tightened them. And throughout this entire ordeal, he's weeping basically and crying out that his wrists are hurting.
Please get this off here. It's hurting my hand.
We'll fix him out here. Let's go.
Please get this off on me, please.
How much you had to drink?
Come on, it hurts my hand. What are you doing?
How much have you had to drink?
Please, it hurts, man. Please get this off here. It hurts. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Walking you to my car. Let's go.
Please get this off, buddy. What are you doing, man? This just hurt my hand. Oh, it hurts. Oh, it hurts my hand. Please get this off here. Oh, it hurts. Oh, God, it hurts.
But the officers think the whole thing is funny. They refuse to loosen his handcuffs whatsoever.
Please get this off.
I'm not taking these off of you until you get into outside the jail.
Please off. Y'all hurt me.
You just put your hands behind your back, just like we asked.
Please get this off.
It's simple.
Please get this off. It hurts. It hurts my hand, damn it. God, what is wrong with this? Please get this off. What is this offer? Where's my girls coming out here? Come on, I don't want to go out.
Sit down.
I got off.
Sit down.
Sit down.
God damn it. Please get this off. It hurts my hand. It hurts.
And instead of recognizing the obvious that this man had dementia, that he was confused, they repeatedly accuse him of being intoxicated and not just physically, but verbally abused this poor guy.
It hurts
Do you
my
want
hand.
me to put you in there, or do you want to get in there yourself?
Get this off. It hurts my hand. Let's go. What are you doing? Oh, goddamn.
I'm gonna ask him how much he's had to drink today.
Hey,
How much you had to drink today?
please get this off. It hurts my hand.
How much have you had to drink today?
Come on, this is hurting my hand. It seems it's getting off. Please get it off.
Sir, how much have you had to drink today?
My wife is in here.
I'm not asking about your wife.
Goddamn, let's get this
I'm
off.
asking
here.
about
This is
how much
hurting
you
my
had to
hand.
drink.
Oh, God, it hurts my
Okay.
hand. It hurts.
Will you double check his cuffs?
Oh, we definitely didn't double lock them.
I think he did.
Oh, you think so?
I'm not sure.
Please, those off. This hurting. Oh, it hurts my hand. Oh, it hurts.
Well, they're not meant to be. I can get a finger in there.
Oh, it hurts my hand.
I can get a finger in there. They're fine.
And these cops also do another egregious thing that you almost always see in these Walmart arrest videos. They get the arrestee's driver's license or ID, and then they provide it to the Walmart employees. What is the legal basis for arresting somebody, taking their ID, and then handing it over to some employee at Walmart who's not even wearing a Walmart uniform? I don't think there is one.
Do you have his ID?
Yeah, which one do you want? I know five.
Oh, God.
Got his ID. Oh, no, already on it.
Which one do you want?
You know what?
Jordan Lancaster.
Yeah, here today. I guess it's going to be one of those days. Looks like it. Been here since 2 o'clock. It's already, shit hits the fan.
So it's your fault.
Yeah, apparently.
And as they're standing outside laughing and joking with this Walmart guy, one of the cops says that he says his wife's in there, meaning inside the store. The Walmart guy sort of jokingly says, well, we could page her. And then collectively they decide, nah, we won't page this clearly confused 66-year-old guy's wife we have sitting in a police car outside the store. Disgusting.
Is he in there or is he already gone?
He's in here.
Just watching.
Well,
What's her name? I can page for her.
No,
If not,
he's not very cooperative.
Yeah.
He don't want to answer anything.
well, yeah.
He smelled it.
Well,
Smell
he
of
took the
alcohol.
beer out of the car.
Yeah, I know. I got a little dot on me. Something.
I got a first aid kit, but I'm sure you'll be all right.
It's just a little scratch.
I'm just glad we stuck around as long as we
I'm
did.
glad you did too, because I mean he would have left with it, and I mean there wasn't really a whole lot I could do about it. It don't matter either way, but
Yeah.
he didn't need to be out. He didn't need to be out.
No.
So I'm glad. Yeah, if he's out here and hits somebody.
Well, he can get tucked away in jail.
Yeah. He said his wife's in there, so she may come looking for him and you say he's in jail.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, that will work.
The arresting officer then calls whom I'm guessing is his supervisor, and he explains, well, we kind of beat up this older guy. Those are my words, of course.
So we go to hook him, and he starts resisting. So we had to take him to the ground. TJ delivered some straight strikes to his back area to try to get his hands because he tucked them under him. So, yeah, everybody's good. He's in custody. He's going to jail for AI, shoplifting, DOC, resisting. Some guy from Lancaster, some older guy from Lancaster.
And apparently some advice is given regarding covering their own asses. So the arresting officer then goes and tells the other officer that, well, we have to do a use of force report.
I talked to Doan also. He said just because we were in the middle of Walmart where we delivered, just to do a quick use of force packet. He said everything should be fine, though.
But apparently, according to Mr. Hardwick's lawyer, that use of force report was either never done or never provided. And it's just sick how these cops, one of whom's an older guy, which is pretty rare. Usually it's just all young guys beating up old people. But here you have this, like, who knows how long, how many years this guy has been a cop. And he's just going along with it, and they're laughing about basically beating up this 66-year-old guy with dementia. Again, disgusting.
When you all pushed him against the counter, all I could see was that computer, like, sliding closer to the edge.
Well, he went to get hold of him and he took his left hand and was taking it away from him. He wouldn't, like, get to it.
Yeah.
And when I grabbed his left hand, he was pulling back. Pulling away.
Let's go ahead and hip toss him to the ground.
Well, I still had hold of him. He said, "Go to the ground," and we all started going that way, but I still had
Sorry.
From what I understand, after they tried to take the guy to jail, the jail wouldn't accept him for obvious reasons. They end up having to take him to the hospital. Then, they discover, mighty fine police work. You just beat up and arrested a 66-year-old dementia patient while his wife was still shopping in the store. So did they do the right thing? No. They double down and they prosecute this poor innocent guy with dementia. They charge him with alcohol intoxication in a public place. We already went over that. He could not have committed that. They charged him with criminal trespassing in the 3rd degree. Now let's look at that one. Could he have committed that? No. Kentucky Statute 511.080, criminal trespass in the 3rd degree, says that a person is guilty of that charge when he knowingly enters or remains unlawfully in or upon premises. He didn't enter unlawfully. He didn't remain unlawfully because they never let him leave. He could not have committed that crime. They charged him with shoplifting. We already went over the reason he could not have committed that. And lastly, just to really make sure that this guy is put away forever, they charge him with resisting arrest. So let's look at that one. Kentucky Statute 520.090, resisting arrest. In order to be guilty under that statute, a person must be using or threatening to use physical force or violence against the peace officer or another. I mean, I know how police officers could charge somebody with false charges when they know that there's no probable cause to support their charges. But how did it get to the point to where the prosecution continued? Now, I talked to the lawyer who represented Mr. Hardwick on these charges. His name is Ephraim Helton. He's been practicing law in that area for a very long time. He could not believe what he discovered, and he made every effort to bring it to the attention of the prosecutors and the authorities that this innocent man with dementia is still being prosecuted and has a court date coming up. Well, the prosecutors just went on continuing to prosecute this man. In fact, just a few days before the court date, the assistant prosecutor sends the lawyer a plea offer. She says, my offer on his case is as follows. This is what she wants this dementia patient to plead guilty to. Alcohol intoxication, $25 fine. Criminal trespassing, 3rd degree, dismissed or merged. Then on the shoplifting, he pleads guilty and he gets 30 days probated, 1 year on the condition no further jailable offenses and not to be on Walmart property. So this man who did not shoplift has to plead guilty to that, and he can't go to Walmart anymore. Resisting arrest, which he didn't commit. 30 days probated, concurrent. Failure to surrender revoked operator's license. Oh yeah, they even found one more charge to tack onto him, because his wife or the doctors let him keep his old license so that he'd at least have something. I guess that's apparently illegal in Kentucky, and so they had to charge him with that. How nice of them. And they also charged him with no person shall have more than one operator's license. But this prosecutor was super nice. She's going to dismiss that, just in the interest of justice. By the way, she has a T on the end of her name. I'm not related to her, and I'm glad that I'm not, because if I had a relative who was a prosecutor, who was prosecuting this innocent man who should be protected, I would be absolutely ashamed of somebody like this individual. And you know what it took? You know what it finally took? The lawyer is threatening this in his emails. Look, dismiss this stuff or I'm going to the media. These idiots, these incompetent government employees, they don't listen, they don't do it because they're used to not being held accountable at all. So he goes to the news media. It gets blasted out to the community. Uh-oh, the community is pissed. Next thing you know, what happens at the court date? Boom, charges dismissed with prejudice, which means they're never coming back. And obviously they shouldn't.
Today in Boyle County Court, all charges were dropped and the case dismissed. John's wife, Cindy Hardwick, was in the courtroom.
I can't believe it, and I give God the credit. My God is a big God. And I prayed this morning, it's all in your will, Lord, and I know you'll take care of it. And he has.
So here we are. The charges are dismissed. There needs to be a lawsuit, and I think there is going to be one now. But there needs to be more than that. As his lawyer is arguing for, dismissing the charges is not enough. Paying out in a lawsuit is not enough. They need to be fired and prosecuted. But at the very least, they need to be fired. So I have taken all the information that the lawyer gave to me, and I've laid it out here to you as best as I can. Now it's your job to take and share this footage, share this information so that they don't get away with this. Not in this case, not in any other case, because they don't care about charges being dismissed. They don't even care about lawsuits. What they do care about is the public learning the truth. So share away. And there's a lot here, and I'm definitely going to continue to stay in contact with this lawyer, who is fantastic, by the way. I wish everybody that gets caught up in a corrupt system like this could be represented by somebody like this. People will complain about lawyers in a town somewhere being part of the good old boy club. No, this guy saw something wrong, and he stepped up, and he did something about it, and he did it publicly. I'll definitely continue to follow this one. If you want to follow along, subscribe both here and at the blog at thecivilrightslawyer.com. Our rights don't end where your fear begins. Freedom is scary. Deal with it.